Before I play every game, I'm always in awe of the crowd. Because, I mean, about being a football player, of course you want to see who's in the stands and stuff like that. So occasionally, if you see me on the sideline, I'm looking up in the stands seeing, like, man, this is a big game. But when I step on that field, my eyes are going this way to see the end zone. I'm not looking at anything in that little oval. I'm just focusing on the end zone, focusing on the players, because when we nickel and dime down the field, I'm not going to have a chance to look at the scoreboard or look in the stands or anything like that.
What do you like on game day? Are you more focused or are you more amped? Like what's your day?
I'm anxious. I'm anxious, and I'm just gonna be myself. You know, I'm not the type that's gonna be super serious, but I'm to myself. I'm focused. I'm concentrated. I mean, I might do some silly stuff. I might. Most people like you're not focused or something like that, but I'm focused to myself. Like I'm always gonna be myself, no matter what situation I'm in.
Just curious, do you sort of incorporate more pre-workout rituals when it comes to maybe a little bit more expected game coming up, like a Clemson game? I know that you say that you're not you're sort of anxious, but do you just sort of try to calm yourself down a little bit more before the game starts?
Well, no. I mean, I go into the game with every mindset. I know about 5 minutes before the game I'm going to have butterflies. And I know as soon as the kickoff comes, they're gone. It's time to play. I mean, it's not really no rituals that I go by because I feel the same way going into any game. Like, even if we playing against a high school, I'm going to feel the same way because the only reason I have butterflies is because I don't want to mess up. But when the game comes, you can't think about are you gonna mess up or are you gonna make a mistake? You just gotta go in there, take it by the wings and just let it go. We go into every week preparing against ourselves. Now our game plan is against Clemson and stop their certain guys and because they got a great team. But our team motto is if we play our game, we don't think that we can be beat. If we do everything, alignment, assignment, technique, if we think that we do every single thing to perfection, we know we're gonna have a good chance of winning that game. Clemson they're a great team. So this can be a game where talent can come out, discipline's gonna come out because we're both great athletes. I mean, we have both great teams. So we don't never go into a game plan with a different mindset as a team. Now we might have different game plans. But as a team, we're doing the same thing every week.
What have you seen from Clemson's defensive front? Those guys really get after it. Team leads the nation in sacks. What have you seen from watching film?
Well, when they talk about defensive linemen, the lineman that I have that doesn't really faze me. I mean, they have great players over there, but I'm so confident in my line, and it's probably just me being a young quarterback, and those guys carried me the whole season. I don't think they're gonna choose one game to just let me down. I mean, those guys been working their tail off the whole year, and I would take my line against any defensive line.
James, I was watching your high school highlights, and I started listening to music, and I started hearing the lyrics. Did somebody write a rap song for you, the highlight film?
Yeah, my cousin had wrote had a little song about me back home.
The best line in it is probably, only time I see a pick is when I'm doing my fro.
Oh yeah, when I'm picking my fro, that's when I throw a pick.
What was the biggest game you played in high school?
Well, we played. I mean, the thing about me being from the Birmingham area, all of us we're so close. So most of all our games used to have 8,000, 10,000 people. Like most people don't like people from different areas. They not used to that. But in Alabama, I mean, football is all we have. Right. So our games are packed. We play McAdory. They're 10 minutes down the street. Pleasant Grove. They're basically Hueytown. And just near is probably the biggest game that I played in my high school career. That's because that's our rivalry. And I mean, I think it was I don't know how many, but it was about 10,000 people at that game, and it was packed. So playing in environments like that, of course it's high school, of course talking about 80,000 people and stuff like that. But when you out there playing football and you're in your zone, you doing things right, and you got a team around you, all that crowd noise is really inexistent to our team, especially when we got the chemistry that we have, and we're not we're not trying to be focused on crowd noise, really. It's so much bigger things to worry about than a crowd. Of course. I mean, when you beating teams like he beat Georgia, I mean, they beat Georgia, but I mean, he's won big games like the bowl game last year against LSU. He's proved himself numerous times. And it's a lot of people say I have to prove myself and things like that. But it's such a team. Like, he has a great team around him, just like I have a great team around me. But when you're a great player and you get people to follow you, that's when the leadership qualities come in. That's when people know that you are the real deal. And that's obviously how scouts recognize that you can lead a team.
Jameis, you mentioned EJ earlier. Have you talked to him this week? And so what advice did he give you?
I talked to him briefly this week, and he just told me just go out there and win and just do what I do. And he told me, I mean, he said he won last year, and so keep it going. And he told me it's gonna be a daily atmosphere. But I mean, like EJ thinks just like me. He's like, we really weren't, like, as a quarterback, noise and all that stuff is more for excitement, and after the game, just like, hey man, did you hear how loud it was on this play? Instead of man, I couldn't hear nothing. Like, we're not really thinking like that.
James, noise is one thing, and drowning out that crowd is one thing, but is it possible for you to completely blot out all of meaning that this game would have, a top 5 matchup, national time implications, all that other stuff? Can you block that stuff out totally?
Yeah, because we on a mission. Our goal is to win, and that's our goal, to win every single week. And I think it's easy to block out that stuff when you have the same mindset every week and you don't look at it as a different game. Of course, we know this is going to be one of the better teams that we've played all year, and probably be the best team we play a year. I mean, there's people talking about national championship type game, and that's a great team. So we got to give them the utmost respect, and hopefully they respect us enough so we know it's going to be a battle out there on that field.
Two more questions.
Jim, so what's more challenging right now? Extra pressure or extra bodies in the coverage? What's more challenging for you right now when you're being heavily pressured, or extra bodies dropping back in coverage?
It's nothing, because when I'm getting extra pressure, somebody's gonna be open, and they're taking a risk with the talent that we have outside. And when extra bodies are dropping, I mean, it gives me more time to sit there, and I know I have confidence that my wide receiver is gonna get open. So it's really a win-win situation with me, with the guys that I have around me.
You guys haven't won in the last 5 tries there, but yet, being the lower ranked team, the road team, somehow you guys are the favorite. Do you guys talk about that? Do you guys are even aware of it? Is there extra pressure knowing that you're going into that hostile environment as the favorite in this game?
You said we haven't won?
Yeah, in Clemson, last 5 trips there. But like being the favorite, a 3-point favorite, and then you're the road team, lower ranked team. Like, is there any pressure? Do you guys think about it? I mean, going into that hostile environment?
Of course, we don't think about that, because that's not our team that hasn't won in the last. Like, this is a new team. Like, I didn't even know that statistic about not winning in the last 5 years. And we don't look at early predictions. We just, like I said, we're doing the same game plan. We're going out there trying to win.
James, you started with an amazing game in the Garnet Bowl game, an incredible debut in your first game. Are there specific things that you think you've improved upon since that first game up to now?
Yeah, just being comfortable in what I'm doing, and like I was talking about, just being more confident. Like in the Garden Gold game, I was playing more off instincts, but as I get more into Coach Fisher's offense, and as I just prolong my career, I'm gonna get more and more confident, and hopefully that becomes in more success. Because when you're, like I said, when you're confident and you know what you're doing, and even if you don't know what you're doing, if you feel like you know what you're doing, I mean, that's big in being a quarterback.